Hey everyone, welcome to the Self-Awareness Journey podcast. I'm Melissa Albers.
And I'm JJ Parker. This podcast is for seekers, seekers of happiness and joy, seekers of a centered approach to success in life, seekers of their true, authentic selves.
Get ready for some real talk on everything from anxiety, emotions, and habits to love, compassion, and forgiveness. We know you'll be challenged and enlightened by this conversation. We're so glad you're here. Let's dive in.
Melissa, what are we going to talk about today?
I have an idea.
All right.
I feel very influential in your life right now for this little bit of time.
Okay.
Because I just cleaned out my closet.
I love cleaning out the closet time.
I cleaned out my closet, and then I told you I was cleaning out my closet, and you got all excited about the idea. And then I told you how I did it, and then the next thing I know, I got a picture of your closet in the exact same disarray.
So you want to talk about how, our podcast partnership goes way beyond just chatting here, all the way into cleaning out our respective closets.
We are all in. What a friendship we've got.
Yeah, right?
Well,
yeah, I don't even remember how that came up, right? Like last week we were chatting and something like, you're like, I'm going to go clean out my closet. I'm like, well, that's a great idea. I'm going to go clean out my closet too. So that
I think we're both a little OCD when it comes to cleaning stuff too. So you
sent me the before and after. Yeah, right.
I knew I had a captive audience.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what happened for me. And
that's funny. Actually, like OCD plus a little bit of competitive nature results in kind of some weird behavior.
Totally. Well, we should write that down for a pod someday. But
right.
Not today.
But let's enlighten everybody
focus.
to your closet cleaning methods.
All right. So I really do a deep clean in my side of the closet twice a year. Mm-hmm. My darling husband, on the other hand, who I know isn't listening, does not. Okay. So just as an aside,
just hop in that bus and just run him right over.
I'm already in the driver's seat. So I counted. He has 98 shirts.
What?
Hanging on his side of the closet. 98 shirts. 98.
That's a lot of shirts.
Yeah.
Like dress shirts? Like these are like go to work shirts?
So
or everything.
Well, for him it's all the same.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay. So he wears the same kinds of shirts to sit around the house, to go to work, to go out for dinner. He wears the same kinds of shirts.
Well,
and he has 98 of them.
I'm not super strong on math, but that sounds like he only has to do laundry 3 times a year.
He does laundry every single day. He does the laundry.
What?
I feel like we're going to end up doing a spouse pod, and then I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to be in the doghouse. Probably already am in the doghouse. It's okay.
Okay, so it's not like an efficiency thing. I've actually heard of people who buy enough like socks and underwear so that they only have to do laundry like once a month.
Get out.
In one big, like it's actually like a time-saving technique.
No, it's not. What?
Okay,
do you seriously know?
Yes.
Oh, that is so wrong on so many levels. Oh, all I can picture are landfill problems right now.
Keep going. So
okay.
98 shirts.
Yes. So this just bugs me because I love a really clean closet. And I've noticed that when I don't have a clean closet, it really bothers me. And I've also noticed that when my closet isn't clean, all the other little spots in my house that start to go to hell in a handbasket when I'm stressed or tired or worn out, they are also bad. So I am making a distinct correlation between what you have on the outside is what you have on the inside. There's no better way to say it than that.
That's great. That's absolutely great. I think our environment really affects us a lot more than we tend to appreciate. Like I have to have my desk very clean.
Yes.
Or else I can't actually work.
Right.
So I
know,
clean my office a lot
way.
because I can't do anything.
Yeah.
If it's too messy.
Yes,
So.
I'm the exact same way. Actually, I have a brother-in-law who I worked with for a number of years. Oh my gosh. He was like the guy whose desk was within a millimeter of everything. Everything had to be laid out exactly in the same way every time. And his stapler would have to be in the exact same spot on his desk. And I used to mess with him. And when he was at lunch, I would go and just turn it just like an inch off. See how long it would take to get back to normal. Moments, not even.
Yeah. When we were in like the office and everyone had their own desk and everything, I would when I would go into people's offices and talk to them if they were sitting on their desk and I was across from them, I would like rearrange everything on their desks so that it was square.
That's exactly
like everything's at like 90-degree angles to each other. And one point someone was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Talking to you." And they're like, "No, what are you doing to all the stuff on my desk?" And I was like, "I don't know. I guess I'm tidying it all up. Sorry about that."
Tidying it up. Okay, which brings me back to my closet method.
Your closet method,
it's the same thing. It's so we all have maybe heard of Maria Kondo, right? Like, does this item bring you joy, woman? Right? She's got the Netflix special with all the books and everything. Her philosophy on cleaning out a closet, which I've started to do since I watched her idea because I thought it was awesome. She said, take absolutely everything out of the closet. It's like, oh, that is a commitment, right? Like, how many things do you squirrel in your closet?
Totally.
That you're going to deal with later, right?
Yep.
So I pulled absolutely everything out. And then you do the rainbow method, the whatever it is, red, orange, yellow. What is it? The Roy
G. Biv? Like you sorted everything.
Roy G.
Biv. You sorted everything by the rainbow?
I did.
Awesome.
I sure did. And then within each color, I did like short sleeve, mid sleeve, long sleeve, sweater, blazer.
Wow.
I am all in. And the feeling I got after I did that, I was on top of the world.
You have like the biggest smile right now.
I know. And did I not send you pictures?
Oh yeah, they're spectacular.
Yeah. Okay, did I send you a video?
No.
Okay, because I also made a video. I'm so excited.
Well, based on your, inspiration, I cleaned out my closet, but for the first time, I did what you said. I took everything out.
You didn't ever used to do that way?
Nope. I used to just go like kind of like section by section and like take out. Like, oh yeah, I don't wear this. But no, like taking it all out and laying it all out on the floor. I was like, whoa, this is like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I've like my method for many years has always been like I usually do like a spring fall sort of closet flip.
Oh yeah. Oh, you do?
Because I like to get all in the spring. I like to get all my shorts down lower. So like I only have a closet. I don't have like dresser drawers or anything. I just have this closet.
Yeah.
And so all my shirts are just like folded on shelves.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It looks like it's smack out of like some organization store. Yeah.
So like, well, it's nice because you can see everything and nothing gets like stuck in the bottom. Plus, my wife gets all the dressers drawers. But
well, that's very kind of you.
I used to do a thing. I always do a thing where it's like, if I haven't worn this thing this season, it's gone.
Yep.
Like if I didn't wear this hoodie this year, even though I maybe even like it or I look at it, I'm like, oh, I like this hoodie. I didn't wear it this year, so that means I don't like it enough. Oh. Gone. So that's been
a big
my
deal.
method. Yeah.
That's a big deal. Okay. So, do you have any flexibility about that? Like, do you have any holdouts, like 1 or 2, or is it like, nope, black and white?
So this year, sometimes I have in the past. This year, I really held strong to that idea. Wow. And I got rid of some things where I'm like, God, I really like this. I'm like, I didn't wear it, so it's out.
Oh my God.
Felt pretty good.
I think you were also spurred on because you had just received a number of high, beautiful, perfect closet examples from Melissa Albers.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a little bit of like the like I want my closet to like look a little bit more organized than yours, and to do that I needed to get rid of more things.
I know. So yeah, so it looks
It's
more
like
like
that
one of those
story.
real
It's like
estate shows.
Yeah, it's like a merchandising competition
Yeah.
at this point, like like a store rack. You know, you don't want it too full.
Well, let me ask you this. So did you, before you cleaned your closet, because that was like on your list. So you were like, I'm cleaning my closet and Abby's going to help me. Like
Yep.
you had, okay. What was do you remember what you felt like before you decided to clean your closet? How you felt when you decided to, and how you felt after? Do you have any awareness about any of those things?
Yeah, so it's interesting how like I felt like, well, first I felt like it was time to clean my closet. Like I've got some sort of cycle about it at this point.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
And like when I'm in there and looking at all my clothes and like on a daily basis,
Yeah.
like it feels like heavy when it's too messy, or there's too much stuff in there, or
Yeah, you can't think straight.
Yeah, it doesn't, it's not like, it just kind of feels like almost more like a burden.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Right?
I feel the same way.
And it's like I don't know, it makes me just low, and it doesn't give me energy being in my closet when there's like a bunch of stuff that
doesn't bring you joy.
Does not bring me joy. Exactly. Yeah, she's a genius.
Exactly. She is a genius.
And then I get like, well, so I know that for my wife, like just the thought of trying to clean out her closet gives her huge anxiety.
Yeah.
Like that's not a fun thing for her. She keeps on saying,
with Mitch.
"Oh, I gotta do that. You just cleaned your closet. I gotta do that. I gotta do that." But even her thinking about doing it gives her anxiety.
Oh, so Mitch is just flat out, no, I'm not doing it.
Oh.
I like all my shirts. I'm not doing it. It's like, yes, but you've had these shirts since you were in high school and you're 60.
I mean, first, it's amazing that they still fit.
I know.
I mean, good for him.
But do they? I got rid of a pair of brown corduroys of his from 1989 once, and I held them up, and I'm like, what in the world are these? You couldn't put these on if you tried. He was so scrawny in high school. I'm like, get rid of them. No, I like them. So naturally, I waited till he wasn't home, and I got rid of them.
Perfect.
I've never done that, though. I'm always really cautious to do that, but that time I did. It felt so good.
Seems like you're crossing some sort of line there.
Yeah, I know. I felt kind of like it did, too. I know. You know, I think that's fun. I think there's a thing about clothes, now that we're talking about this, because some spouses, I think some wives feel very much responsible for dressing their husbands. I think that's true. I think there's a lot of women that do. They'll dress them for occasions. They'll make sure they have all the right stuff in there. I never, ever, ever do that. I just don't. I don't know. It's just not my thing. But it does bother me that it's got 98 shirts, and most of them are different forms of plaid. But
my favorite part is that you counted the number.
I was just like, that's it. I hit a high-end limit.
I like that.
That's
it's not like he has a lot of shirts, but you have like quantified the number of shirts.
And that's a lot of shirts. And boy, oh boy, having them stuffed in a closet on one side, that does not bring me joy. Okay, but I do have a. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So feel like you're asking about how is feeling through the closet cleaning process. So yeah, it's kind of like, it kind of feels like I'm stuck, or like I'm kind of burdened with before I clean up my closet, and then your method of like taking everything out was really interesting, because it really kind of like helps show the space that you have in your closet.
Right.
And all, my closet's got like, again, like a bunch of little shelves and like two, like,
you've got a cool closet.
Yeah, I built that.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it looks like you bought one of those closet system organizers.
Yeah, I built a long time ago.
Oh, that's cool.
And so it shows like how much space you have, and then it really really shows you when everything's out how much stuff you actually have.
It's amazing.
I couldn't believe it.
It's amazing. Yeah. And I get rid of stuff twice a year, and I still think it's an amazing amount.
Yeah.
And I'm not shopping all the time. I'm just not into having huge piles of things. It's amazing how much stuff a person has.
So that was striking as it was out. And then the fun thing is that my 12-year-old daughter, Abby, helped. So it was fun to be like, hey, Abby, what do you think of this one? Right? Have I worn this one?
Oh, my God.
And so she's a blast to do that with.
I bet.
She's
like,
she's
Dad,
kind of...
what is that? It's gold lame, honey. It's a jumpsuit.
And that apple doesn't fall far from the tree because she's got a little bit of organizational OCD like me, so it works out pretty well.
She does?
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
So we did that. We sorted all the things and put it back in the closet. And then what to me the best part was that after I put everything back, there was free space in my closet. So before I started, every shelf, every rack, it was like pretty full. Not that I couldn't get something else in there, but it was like, I mean, it was pretty full.
Right.
And, some things were like kind of crammed in different spaces and everything. After, like, all the shelves were only like half full of clothes. My hangers were like, it was like half the amount. Like, it was very open. Nice. There was space again, right?
Right.
There was like physical space again. And what that translated for me is like mental space. Right?
Totally. Yeah.
So,
do you know, I'm going to just tell you this. Even though we just did this, right? I have this strong urge when we finish this podcast to go and see if there's just anything else that I didn't get rid of that I should have. Like right now I'm thinking, oh, that sounds so good. I have that too, but I bet I could have even a little more. I'm legitimately thinking like that. That is so weird. Yep. Okay, I have one other thing to add though to this that we haven't said. So this is wait, no, before I add, I want to hear your last part, like how you felt. So was that it? Like, so you felt like you had plenty of space.
Oh, I feel like I have more space. Yep.
Yeah.
There's like more really space, cool. Like there's more space in my closet. And when I think about it, it's like there's more space like mentally for me. Yeah. So we can talk about that part, about how it actually really affects how you can use that kind of activity to like think about how you'd apply that, sort of internally to yourself.
Yep. Yeah. And it is true. I mean, there's a lot of studies, we've been kind of kitschy about this, but there are many studies that talk about how a person feels on the inside is represented by how they are living on the outside too.
Yeah.
And there's a huge pile about that.
Totally. One of my like the most insightful things to me about that you can tell about a person is their car.
Same here.
Right?
I didn't realize how alike we are. Actually, I did not realize how alike we are. And I'm just laughing about this because your car is spotless and so is mine.
Yeah, how organized they are sort of mentally is represented in their car.
Yeah. So when I just got my new car, I just got a new car not that long ago. I had to clean everything out from my old car, and I was so disgusted that I literally could fill up a little box. I was like, oh my God, why do I have all this crap in here? Like why is this here? Okay. So then with my new car, I've had it for a few weeks now. I like refuse to put anything in it. I mean, other than sunglasses, owner's manual, lip balm. That's what I got in there.
Right. At any point I could sell my car and not remove a single thing from it. And that'd be okay. It's like ready all the time. There's not a single like personal item in it.
And you've had that car for a little while now. There's not a single personal. What? You don't even have the chicken in there anymore? Oh, dang it!
It's just more like it's always just clean. Well, we don't want to get too, and I don't want to get too judgy about people's cars either.
No,
right. You know what I mean?
But it is true. The places where you spend the most time, I think, is really really telling on how you feel. Like if you feel organized and if you feel like you're giving yourself space, the places you spend the most time, I think, is really critical. Like that's the critical place for you to just take a look at.
And again, like you and I have, we're joking around about like a little bit of our own personal like tendencies, right? Yeah. So, if
Right.
Like not
Right,
everyone's
right.
going to be maybe as like detailed or specific about
No.
how they want
Freakish.
their environment as ours. But it's really like
Right.
figuring out
Exactly.
what environment brings you joy. It doesn't have to be like JJ and
Right.
Melissa's like closet
Yeah.
cleaning
Emptiness.
detail.
Yeah.
Emptiness. Nice. But what is it that brings you joy? But really think about it.
Yeah. You know what? I have to add something, though. I have to add something. So in my closet, so we have the utilitarian approach, which we've been talking about and having a little fun with. However, I do have something else in my closet that I absolutely love, and no matter what, it will always be in there.
Oh, what's
And
that?
that is an outfit of my grandmother's.
Oh, wow.
So this is funny. And I when I did it a number of years ago, I thought, God, this is kind of weird that I'm doing this, but it made me feel so good. So I lost my grandma many, many years ago. And I've, we've talked about her in other pods, but she was like my mother, really. And she was the closest person to me in my whole life, and still is, She had this ridiculous garden outfit. It was a black button-down shirt and a pair of culottes. So if people don't even know what culottes are, they're like gauchos, or they look like pants, except they end at the bottom of the knee, and they're real flary. They're real big. They
Oh,
can
right.
almost look like
Yep.
a skirt, but it's not. It's pants, right? Okay. And it's a black matching outfit that has garden stuff all over it, like spades and like a garden hat and a little basket with flowers in it. Okay. And she looked so cute in this thing. And when she passed away, I was cleaning out all of her stuff, and I saw that, and I was like, I can't get rid of that. So for a long time, I had it packed away in a box with some of her other things. And all of a sudden, one day, I was like, it feels, when I hang it up and put it in my things, it feels like her energy is like present still.
Yeah.
It feels like it's today still.
Yeah.
And so I have
That's
that
great.
in my closet.
Yeah.
And I love it. I just love it. It makes me laugh every single time I see it. Isn't that funny?
You know why it's funny? Because
Why?
I have a shirt from my grandpa. It's like this ridiculous, like yellow colored Hawaiian shirt,
Yeah.
like button down Hawaiian shirt that has been hanging in my closet forever, which I
Are
also,
you serious?
yeah, but it's too big for me. Like it doesn't fit me. I've never worn it. But I just always have had it hanging in there. Same reason.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy. That's wow. I
That
mean,
is
we've
crazy.
known each other for decades and never knew this piece. Wow,
Amazing.
that's really amazing. But you do it for the same thing because it just feels kind of good having it there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one thing that escapes my like I haven't worn it rule.
Yeah. Well, if you did a jaunty little roll up the sleeves and tied it around the waist,
Yeah.
you could have a little fun with it.
Yeah. Like I was like, this sounds bad. I'm like, when I first got it, I'm like, well, eventually I'll grow into this. No. Just not happening.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is hilarious. That's like one time my girlfriend and I were going to the Little Falls Art Festival. Oh, I would never, ever go again as long as I live. This is like 25 years ago. And both of us were just newly pregnant. And we both thought we were going to get absolutely enormous. So at this little art fair, this woman was selling painted overalls that were like these oversized overalls. We each bought a pair thinking we would wear them as we were pregnant. And they literally could fit like 4 women in them. They're so big. And we ended up throwing them out. Oh, anyway. Well, it is interesting to think about how our things have such a relationship with us, and how many things and how we have them around us. I just think it's such an interesting consideration.
Yep. Here's the thing to consider is that I think that stuff, it's like you get stuff, you have it for a while, and then and then sometimes you have to let go of it, right?
Yeah.
The idea of some people have hard time letting go of things, right? Which is totally natural.
Yes.
And sometimes there's like a lot of guilt around like, hey, I bought this shirt.
Yeah.
And then I never wore it, and I'm just going to give
Yeah.
it away. Like, I'm giving away value, right?
Yes.
Which is totally a legitimate way of looking at it.
Right, right.
But if it's like a sunk cost to me. Like, that's like a business term. You already spent it, but if you're not getting value currently out of it, you might as well just get rid of it. And just let go of the money you spent on it, because you already spent it. But just when you're cleaning things out, there's a lot of emotion that goes in that process. So you're not judging yourself, not being too harsh on your past decisions. We all impulse buy stuff that when we later regret. Like, buyer's remorse is a real thing, right?
Right. Exactly.
So don't shame spiral yourself about the things that you maybe shouldn't have bought that you did.
Right. Right. Or for wherever you bought them, or forever how long you've been holding on to them. Like, you're waiting until you can wear them for a size or anything else like that. And they are literally just like boat anchors in your heart. They're just, it just makes you feel bad having them. It's a really good thing to consider, just letting that go and giving yourself a fresh start.
Totally. Well, good job on your closet.
You too.
Thanks. Did you enjoy this episode? Please go to your favorite podcast platform to subscribe, rate, and leave a review so others can discover it as well.
Growing self-awareness is a lifelong journey, and there's always further to go. And it's better when we're all in it together. Please think of someone you know who could benefit from hearing today's conversation and share this episode with them. We can't thank you enough for listening. Until next time, happy exploring, seekers.